So far, we have been able to create, build, and deploy applications, one application, without using deployment configuration. So why would we need deployment configuration? What are they used for? Um, there are two use cases for deployment configurations. Um, they stem from the fact that you want many times to change the behavior of an application in slightly different ways. In slightly different ways that do not justify that you would modify the code every time to have this slightly different behavior. You want to have the same code and you just want to have some parameters that change the behavior of that code and that you can specify separately from the code. So two cases. The first case is, for example, you want to imagine that you have an application connecting to a database and you want to connect to a different database um, if you are deploying this application in a test environment or if you are deploying this application in the production environment. So you would put the database to connect to in a runtime configuration parameter that would be in a deployment configuration file, and the application would read that parameter at runtime. The second use case is if you want to, again, parameterize the behavior of the application, of the running application. So imagine, for example, that you want to have an application that show a specific message that is going to be different according to the region in which the end user is. So you would have a deployment configuration file with a runtime configuration parameter, which would hold this message, and this message would be configured differently according to where you are deploying, to which user you are deploying the application.